Absolutely. Well, bienvenidos. Welcome everyone to the Toluca Roadshow, Música y Más. I'm Teresa Ayala and I serve on the board of the Footwear Sister Cities organization. And I also am the chair for the Toluca committee. Every month this year, Footwear Sister Cities is featuring the rich culture, history, and customs of one of our 9 sister cities in the form of a virtual roadshow. Stay tuned each month for more cultural highlights. Toluca is Footwear's 6th sister city and has been a partner since 1998. We have been so fortunate to share so many inbound and outbound exchanges with our friends. And it was wonderful to hear about the recent program our delegates experienced in Toluca with the monarch butterflies. Councilman Flores accompanied a group of Fort Worthians, and he extends his congratulations on this event and his regrets that he could not join us tonight as he has a community meeting. I want to sincerely thank our friends in the Toluca Mayor's Office, Erica Hernandez Chamorro, and our dear friend in Toluca Ciudades Hermana, Ana Alba, for assisting in organizing tonight's program. Toluca is one of our most active sister cities, and it is flowing with talent and beauty. This evening, you will get a taste of the richness of Toluca, and hopefully you will get to experience Toluca firsthand very soon. We are going to see performances from 2 groups. The first is the Ensamble de Voces de Ayuntamiento de Toluca, and the second will be from La Minita de Oro. Toluca is celebrating its 500th anniversary this year, and to kick off our program this evening, we have a special guest joining us to share some insight into its history. Rodrigo Sanchez Acre is a member of the editorial council of the state of Mexico and is a historian and columnist. So I'll turn it over to Rodrigo Sanchez Acre, and Ana Alba will be translating on his behalf. Rodrigo, por favor.
Hola.
Hola.
Hi, good afternoon.
Bueno, vamos a platicar un poquito de Toluca. Les voy a contar una historia que se remonta a 3,500 años atrás, pero no se preocupen, la vamos a hacer en 20 minutos hasta nuestros días.
Today we're going to talk about a history that it's about 300 years before the foundation of our city. So don't worry, we're going to take just 20 minutes to explain it. It's not going to take so long.
La presentación.
We're going to start.
Amy, would you mind please displaying the PowerPoint slideshow? Or I think Eric is going to start sharing it.
Y les vamos a presentar una serie de láminas para que ustedes tengan un registro visual de lo que les voy comentando.
We're going to present a series of slides so we can explain you and you can have a visual representation of what we are going to talk about. Creo que... Sorry, can you listen to us? Hello?
Sí.
We can hear you, but I don't think we're seeing anything on the screen, Sandy. So
Okay,
would you
sorry.
mind
We're
giving
having some
back
trouble with the
control
Wi-Fi.
to Amy?
So can you just
Okay.
allow us 2 minutes, please? We're
There
just
it is.
fixing.
Amy's now
Excellent.
sharing.
Sí.
I think my
Perfect.
computer is lagging. So it might take a little bit.
Okay, as I mentioned before, we're going to show you a series of slides so you can have a visual representation of what we're going to explain.
Bien. Toluca se ubica en el corazón de la República Mexicana, a 60 kilómetros del poniente de la Ciudad de México. Es la capital del Estado de México. entidad que geográficamente envuelve a la capital del país. También es la capital más alta, ubicada a una altura de 2.600 metros sobre el nivel del mar. Da su nombre al majestuoso Nevado de Toluca o volcán Xinantecat, que significa Cerro del Murciélago.
So I'm going to provide translation right now. Toluca is located in the heart of Mexico, especially 60 kilometers west of Mexico City. It's the capital of the state of Mexico, an entity that surrounds the capital of the country. It is also the capital with the highest altitude, with 2,600 meters above the sea level. Near the city, you can find the majestic volcano, Nevado de Toluca, or Xinantecatl, which means Hills of the Bat.
La presencia humana en Toluca es antigua. Entre los años 1500 a.C. y 200 después de Cristo, predominó población indígena de la familia Otopame, que se ramificó en las etnias Otomí, Mazahua, Atzinga y Matlacinca. Los matlacincas vivieron en la sierra de Toluca, especialmente en el Cerro Toloche, morada del dios Tolo, quien dio nombre a nuestra ciudad. Muy pronto las nuevas excavaciones que hoy lleva a cabo el ayuntamiento en el Cerro Toloche permitirán conocer más acerca de nuestros antepasados. Los matlacincas también vivieron en Calixtlahuaca, zona arqueológica que hoy se puede visitar.
Human presence in Toluca is ancient. Between the year 1,500 before Christ and 200 after Christ, there was a predominant indigenous population that branched out in the ethnic groups such as Otomí, Mazahua, Atzinga, and Matlacinca. The Matlacincas live in the highlands of Toluca, especially in the Toloche Hill, home of the god Tolo, which gave its name to our city, Toluca. Very soon, new archaeological excavations that carry out nowadays in Toloche Hill allow us to know more about our ancestors. The Matlacincas also live in Calixtlahuaca, an archaeological zone that is near to Toluca and can be visited nowadays.
Bueno, lo que ustedes pueden ver ahí son los primeros asentamientos de humanos en Toluca, y ese dios que ustedes ven ahí es el dios que da nombre a nuestra ciudad, que es el dios Tolo, que se convierte en Toluca, los habitantes de Toluca.
As you may see in this slide, you can see the very first archaeological constructions, and you can see the god Tolo. As I mentioned before, this god give the name to our city, Toluca, and it represents our citizens nowadays.
Bueno, del siglo III y hasta 1521, Toluca estuvo sujeta a la influencia de culturas como Teotihuacán, la zona arqueológica más conocida de México. Los toltecas de Tula, quienes irradiaron la cultura a todos los pueblos prehispánicos. Con los toltecas, la lengua matlacinca comenzó a ser desplazada por la lengua náhuatl, y por ello en la actualidad la mayoría de los nombres, como el mismo nombre de Toluca, son nombres en lengua náhuatl. También estuvo Toluca sujeta a los mexicas de Tenochtitlán, quienes imperaron sobre Mesoamérica a la hora de la conquista española. Ustedes tienen ahí estas culturas que influyeron sobre Toluca en la época prehispánica y conocen muy bien Teotihuacán.
From the 3rd century until 1521, Toluca has influence of cities such as Teotihuacan, the most famous archaeological zone in Mexico. The Toltecs of Tula, or Toltecas de Tula, radiated in an ancient culture to all the pre-Hispanic stuff. With the Toltecs, the Matlacinca language began to be displaced by the Nahuatl language. And that is why nowadays most of the names as Toluca are named in the Nahuatl language. It was also subject of the Mexica of Teotihuacan, who ruled over South America and Central America at the time of the Spanish conquest. As you may see in this slide, these are the cultures that influence our city until today.
Hace poco más de 500 años, en 1521, Toluca fue conquistada por las tropas de Hernán Cortés, antes de la conquista de Tenochtitlán. Más adelante, en 1529, Toluca fue propiedad de este conquistador, quien recibió nombramiento de Marqués del Valle de Oaxaca por parte del emperador Carlos I de España, por lo que durante 2 siglos y medio, Toluca estuvo sujeta a la autoridad de sus descendientes, hasta que en 1799 el rey Carlos IV dio a Toluca su título de ciudad.
Little more than 500 years ago, in 1521, before the context of Teotihuacan, Toluca was conquered by the troops of Hernán Cortés. In 1529, Toluca was the property of this conqueror, who was appointed as Marquis of the Valley by the Emperor Charles I of Spain. So for 2.5 centuries, it was subject of the authority of his descendants until 1799. King Charles IV gave Toluca its title of a city.
En el aspecto religioso, durante los siglos XVI y XVII, de lo que llamamos virreinato, Toluca fue evangelizada por frailes de la orden franciscana. En 1662, Toluca se puso bajo el patrocinio del Padre de Jesucristo y comenzó a llamarse San José de Toluca. En el siglo XVIII llegaron otras órdenes mendicantes, carmelitas, mercedarios, juaninos, todas ellas muy importantes en el desarrollo de la ciudad.
In the religious aspect, during the 16th and the 17th centuries of the government of the Spanish Empire, Toluca was evangelized by the Franciscan Catholic Order. In 1662, it was placed under the patronage of the Father of Jesus Christ, and the city was called San José de Toluca. In the 18th century, other mendicant orders arrived. As in Spanish, we call them Carmelitas, Mercedarios, Juaninos, all of them very important in the development of our city.
Al iniciar la Guerra de Independencia, Miguel Hidalgo, padre de la patria, estuvo en Toluca los días 28 y 29 de octubre de 1810. En 1811 fue escenario de la Batalla del Calvario, un cerro dentro de la ciudad. En ella fueron derrotados los insurgentes y varios fueron fusilados, por lo que la plaza principal adquirió el nombre de Jardín de los Mártires, nombre que preserva hasta hoy. En 1812 se instaló el primer ayuntamiento y luego en 1821 la Nueva España logró su independencia de España y con ella Toluca también fue independiente.
At the beginning of the War of Independence on October 28 and 29 of 1810, Miguel Hidalgo, father of the nation, came to Toluca. The following year, the Battle of Calvario took place. Calvario is a hill inside of our city. In this battle, the insurgents were defeated, and for this reason, the main square acquired the name of Jardín de los Mártires, in English, Garden of the Martyrs, a name it preserves to this day. In 1812, the first city hall was installed, and in 1821, the new Spain achieved its independence from Spain, and with it, Toluca also became independent. I think we're having some issues with Wi-Fi.
Bien, ya en el México independiente, Toluca estuvo sujeta a los vaivenes y desórdenes de la naciente República Mexicana. En 1825 se erigió el municipio por la primera Constitución. En 1830 fue nombrada capital del Estado de México y en 1832 comenzó la construcción de la obra más representativa del siglo XIX, los portales, los más grandes del continente americano.
In the independent Mexico, Toluca was subject to the ups and downs of the emerging republic. In 1825, the municipality of Toluca was established by the first constitution. In 1830, it was named capital of the state of Mexico. And in 1832, the constitution of the most representative construction of the 19th century began. Los portales, as you may know, the portals, the largest of the American continents.
En 1847, Toluca obtuvo presencia de soldados norteamericanos que invadieron México. En 1861 fue nombrada Toluca de Lerdo por un personaje cercano al benemérito Benito Juárez, que se llamaba Miguel Lerdo de Tejada. Este nombre es el que tiene actualmente, Toluca de Lerdo. En 1862, muchos toluqueños participaron en la batalla del 5 de mayo contra los franceses, la cual se conmemora hoy en todo México, incluso se conmemora en los Estados Unidos.
In 1847, Toluca had the presence of the North American soldiers who invaded Mexico. In 1861, it was named Toluca de Lerdo by a character very close to Benito Juárez, Miguel Lerdo de Tejada. This is the name that we have today. In 1862, many Toluca residents participated in the Battle of Cinco de Mayo, as you may know, May the 5th, against the French, which is commemorated today throughout Mexico, even in the United States.
Quiero decirles que la batalla del 5 de mayo la conmemoran incluso los presidentes de los Estados Unidos, y esta vez no fue la excepción con Joe Biden, que conmemoró el 5 de mayo.
I would like to add that Cinco de Mayo is a day that even the president of the United States celebrate, and John Biden wasn't the exception. He celebrated this date.
Ok, durante el porfiriato de 1877 a 1911, Toluca se embelleció bajo el influjo del estilo afrancesado de la época. En 1882 se inauguró la primera estación de ferrocarril. En 1883 se inauguró el Palacio Municipal, que al día de hoy es sede del Cabildo y la Alcaldía. En la década de 1890 se modernizó la ciudad. En 1908 comenzó la construcción del mercado 16 de septiembre, que luego se convirtió en el típico tianguis de los viernes y cuyo espacio ocupa hoy el Cosmovitral.
Sorry for the noise. During the government of Porfirio Díaz from 1877 to 1911, Toluca was embellished under the influence of the French style of the time. In 1882, the first railroad station was inaugurated. In 1883, the municipal palace was inaugurated, which today is the site of the municipal government and the mayor's office. In the 1890s, the city was modernized. In the 1808, the construction of the 16 or September 16 market began, which later became the typical market and whose space is now occupied by the Cosmovitral.
Durante el periodo revolucionario de 1910 a 1920, Toluca albergó tropas carrancistas y zapatistas. Ok, durante el periodo revolucionario.
Hi, can you listen to us? Hello?
I can hear you fine.
Okay, you can go.
Bueno, volvemos a empezar. Durante el periodo revolucionario de 1910 a 1920, Toluca albergó tropas zapatistas y carrancistas. Posterior a 1920, la ciudad comenzó una etapa de vida provinciana que siguió patrones adquiridos en el siglo XIX. Fue en ese tiempo cuando se le empezó a conocer como Toluca la Bella.
During the period of the Mexican Revolution, from 1910 to 1920, Toluca was home of the troops of Emiliano Zapata and Venustiano Carranza. After 1920, the city began a period of provincial life that followed patterns acquired by the 19th century. It was at this time when it became known as Toluca la Bella, in English, Toluca the Beautiful.
En 1956, el antiguo Instituto Científico y Literario de Toluca se convirtió en la Universidad Autónoma del Estado de México, que al día de hoy es la máxima casa de estudios de nuestra entidad. Esta se instaló en un edificio antiguo que hoy es la Rectoría. En 1963 se inauguró la ciudad universitaria en el Cerro de Coatepec, otro cerro dentro de Toluca, que en la cima tiene una escultura del expresidente Adolfo López Mateos. Poco a poco, la universidad abrió escuelas de estudios superiores y preparatorios.
In 1956, the former Scientific and Literary Institute of Toluca became the Autonomous University of the State of Mexico, which today is the highest educational institution in the state. It was installed in an old building that today is the Rectory, or Rectoría in Spanish. In 1963, the university city was inaugurated on the hill of Coatepec, which has a sculpture of former President Adolfo López Mateos at the top. The university gradually opened higher education institutions and high schools.
A partir de la década de 1960, Toluca comenzó una acelerada urbanización. Aquí se instalaron varios fraccionamientos y fábricas. Desde el siglo XIX existía la cervecería Toluca, fabricante de la cerveza Victoria. En 1920, Pastas La Moderna. En los 70 vinieron fábricas automotrices como Chrysler y de alimentos como Nestlé. De igual forma, algunos empresarios construyeron en 1967 el Estadio de la Bombonera, sede actual del equipo de fútbol Diablos Rojos de Toluca.
In the 60s, Toluca began an accelerated urbanization. Several residential neighborhoods and factories were established. Since the 19th century, the brewery of Toluca, manufacturer of the beer brand Victoria, was settled, and as well as the Moderna Soup Factory, which was founded in 1920. In the 70s, automotive factories such as Chrysler and food factories such as Nestlé came to Toluca. In 1967, the Bombonera Stadium was built, current home of the soccer team Diablos Rojos de Toluca.
En 1967 se remodeló el centro histórico y se construyeron los palacios de los poderes ejecutivo, legislativo y judicial. En 1968 se inauguró el emblemático Teatro Morelos. En 1978 se consagró la nueva catedral. Es una de las pocas ciudades del país que tiene este tipo de edificios reunidos en un mismo espacio, a los cuales se debe añadir el Palacio Municipal y el Jardín de los Mártires.
In 1967, the historic center was renovated, and the palaces of the legislative and judicial powers are constructed. In 1968, the emblematic Morelos Theater was inaugurated. In 1978, the new cathedral was built. It is one of the few cities in the country that has this type of architecture in the same space, in addition to the municipal palace and the Garden of the Market.
Beth, do we still have them?
Vuelvo a empezar. En 1981 se inauguró la obra más emblemática por la que se conoce a Toluca en el mundo, el cosmovitral Jardín Botánico, con más de 3,000 metros cuadrados de vitrales, obra del gran artista mexiquense Leopoldo Flores. Y en 1987 se inauguró el Centro Cultural Mexiquense, grandioso conjunto museístico que al día de hoy incluye archivo histórico, biblioteca, cineteca y áreas recreativas.
Sorry, we have some trouble with Wi-Fi, but we're back. I'm going to start again. In 1981, the most emblematic work for which Toluca is known worldwide was inaugurated. The Cosmovitral, a botanical garden with more than 3,000 square meters of stained glass windows, designed by one of the Mexican greatest artists, Leopoldo Flores. In 1987, El Centro Cultural Mexiquense, a museum complex, was inaugurated, and today it includes a historical file, a library, a film library, and recreational areas.
En la década de 1980, paulatinamente, Toluca se convirtió en ciudad mercantil y de servicios. En 1984 inició su inserción a la globalidad con la construcción del aeropuerto. La modernización de la infraestructura urbana continuó en la década de los 90 y el Internet le abrió las puertas del mundo. A partir de los años 2000, a partir de los años 2000 también se ha convertido en una ciudad plural que recibe miles de migrantes y cuya sociedad es diversa y abierta a todas las expresiones culturales y sociales.
In the 80s, Toluca slowly became a commercial and service city. In 1984, Toluca began its insertion into the globalization with the construction of the airport. The modernization of the urban structure continued in the 90s, and the internet opened the doors of the new world. Since the 2000s, Toluca has also become a multicultural city that receives thousands of migrants and whose society is diverse and open to all expressions.
Toluca es hoy una ciudad confortable para vivir, con todos los servicios básicos y muy segura, con un clima más templado que otras capitales del país, a pesar del calentamiento global, con infraestructura cultural, artística y turística de calidad, con gran oferta artesanal, gastronómica y de recreación, con plazas comerciales muy recientes, así como parques y jardines para pasar el tiempo.
Toluca's climate makes it a comfortable city to live in. The city has all the basic services and is secure. It has a quality cultural, artistic, and touristic infrastructure. It has a wide range of handcrafts, gastronomy, and recreational activities, with shopping malls as well as parks and gardens to spend time in.
Cuando ustedes visiten Toluca, no olviden recorrer su centro histórico y sus pueblos y barrios tradicionales, sus 26 museos y otros recintos como los portales, el Parque de la Ciencia, Plaza Fundadores, el Centro Cultural Mexiquense, la Alameda, el Paseo Colón y el Museo del Alfeñique. El alfeñique es tradicional dulce de azúcar que motiva la instalación de una feria llamada del Alfeñique en días de muertos en los meses de octubre y noviembre.
When you visit us, don't forget to visit the downtown and its traditional neighborhoods. Its 26 museums and other sites such as Los Portales, Plaza Fundadores, el Parque de los Científicos or Science Park, and the Mexican Cultural Center, the Alameda Park, the Colon Avenue, and the Alfeñique Museum, which is a traditional sugar candy that motivates the installation of the Alfeñique Fair to celebrate the Day of the Dead in October and November.
Y para llenar la panza, degusten
Sorry, can you listen to us?
I can hear you fine.
Okay, we are so sorry for these Wi-Fi problems.
Ok, para llenar la panza, degusten su tradicional chorizo. El presidente Barack Obama lamentó no haberlo probado cuando visitó Toluca en el año 2015. También prueben el queso de puerco, las tortas y tacos de guisados y los dulces típicos. Prueben el licor de naranja llamado mosquito y las famosas garapiñas de piña. Para conocer más a Toluca, consulten las páginas de internet y redes sociales del ayuntamiento. Cuando vengan, el presidente municipal, Raimundo Martínez, los recibirá con los brazos abiertos y les mostrará una Toluca llena de vida.
To enjoy our cuisine or to fill your belly, you can taste its traditional chorizo. President Barack Obama regret not having tasted when he visited Toluca in 2015. We also recommend you to try the pork cheese, tortas, tacos, and of course, typical sweets. And please try the orange liquor called Mosquito and the famous pineapple garapiñas where you can find them in Los Portales. To learn more about Toluca, check out the City Hall's web pages and social media. When you come, our citizens, the municipal president Raimundo Martinez will welcome you with open arms and we will show you that Toluca is full of life.
Parece que Beth Weibel tiene hambre.
He says that Beth is hungry.
Thank you, all of you. We finish this presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Muchas gracias, señor Acre, por la presentación. Fue muy interesante y gustaría visitar un día de estos. Thank you very much, Mr. Acre, for the presentation, and we would love to visit someday very soon. I think that it was very fascinating to hear about the museums, the parks, the food, and just the culture overall. So thank you for that presentation. It was very, very interesting, and happy anniversary to your city.
You're welcome.
Felicidades.
Thanks.
Gracias. Our friends in the Toluca Mayor's Office also want to share a greeting from their city. Jorge Fuentes Cepeda, coordinator of culture and tourism of Toluca, will deliver a message on behalf of the mayor of Toluca, Raimundo Martinez Carvajal. So we'll now turn it over to Mr. Cepeda for his message.
Hi, everyone. How are you?
Very good.
Can you listen to me?
Yes, we can hear you fine.
Thank you so much. First of all, we are sorry for all the Wi-Fi troubles. And Jorge Fuentes sent his apologies because he's now in a meeting with the mayor. Please let me transmit his message. Thank you so much. Hola a todos. Let me start by congratulating the entire Forward Sister Cities International team for this initiative and allowing us to share our uniqueness as a city. Many thanks to my colleagues and friends in Toluca for their coordination and support to make this event possible. Thank you so much. On behalf of Dr. Raimundo Martinez Carvajal, Mayor of Toluca, he is aware that we are married at this moment. I send greetings and reaffirm his unconditional support to continue of sisterhood. In February of this year, when the last Forward group visited Toluca, Mayor Raimundo has used a few days in office, and his complicated agenda did not allow him to accompany the group. However, he has always been committed to strengthening our friendship, and he knows the great activities and good results of our relationship. He is also pleased to receive an invitation to attend the Forward Sister Cities International Gala Dinner to be held next November. We hope he will be able to assist, but he asks us to thank you for your generous consideration. I congratulate Forward Sister Cities International and the Toluca Sister Cities Association for their intense cooperation to continue the relationship of local governments based on their citizens. Finally, on behalf of the Mayor of Toluca, I wish you the highest success in this virtual event and extend our support in everything you need. Muchas gracias.
Thank you very much for that message, and please extend our gratitude as well, Erica. Thank you. Well, we want to thank our neighbors and our friends in Toluca for joining us this evening, but now we have some entertainment for you. The first performance we will see are from the Ensamble de Voces del Ayuntamiento de Toluca. This ensemble is made up of the best voices in Toluca. They are Araceli Hernandez, mezzo-soprano, Sara Estrada, soprano, Ahmed Lebanos, baritone, Edgar Gutierrez, tenor, and Wojciech Nietzsche on the piano. Each one of the members have developed fruitful careers as soloists in the operatic field. and regularly participate with the National Opera Company, National Symphony, Symphony of the State of Mexico, and Fine Arts Orchestra. They have performed on stages in Europe, Central America, and the United States. We will hear two pieces from the ensemble tonight. The first is Que Bonita es mi tierra, and the second is Coplas. Prepare to be amazed. So we'll first start off with Que Bonita es mi tierra. That was beautiful. Qué bonita la canción. And what talent. Thank you all so much for that song. The next song that we will hear is entitled Coplas.
La gente dice sincera cada que se hace un casorio, que el novio siempre la quiera, sino que le hagan velorio. Para esta novia no hay perro, pues va a tener buen marido, porque bueno es cosa buena, por lo menos de apellido. Edgar bueno es muy bueno, hijo de bueno también, y su bueno, ay qué bueno, quien se llamara como él.
Procura de ser tan bueno como dice mi apellido, que se queda de su veneno el que Pelorio ha pedido. A mi hermano de apellido retacharé su muertedad. Él no más es presumido porque no es malo, es maleta. A mi hermano es muy malo, malo por obligación, y su abuelo, uy qué malo, hay que comprarle su león. En una mañana de oro, algo nula
dibujaba el paisaje. Era un cuervo y un loro arrancándose el plumaje. Hay que olvidar lo pasado si la culpable es la suerte. Que bueno y malo mezclado en regular se convierte. Yo soy malo, no lo niego, pero quisiera mezclar malo y bueno por si sale algo que sea regular.
Cierto la grande carroña, un colmenar visitaba. Al ver si la ponzoña con la miel se le quitaba. Como la seda lo bueno para placer del malvado. Con la miel su veneno, con del pobre que lo entienda, si es que lo sabe entender, y si acaso no lo entiende, hay que obligarlo a entender.
Te consta que no soy tonto como tú lo has presumido.
Tonto si no mendigo por el hambre de amistades.
El hambre siempre la calmo con el manjar del amigo.
Mendigo si no mendigo, el que roba a sus amigos.
Tú lo dices,
Lo sostengo,
no te vayas a cansar.
no me saques,
Si le saco,
pues se acabó este cantar.
Thank you. That was beautiful. And congratulations on having such talent in this from the city of Toluca. We certainly do appreciate your entertaining and providing us some insight into your rich culture. Our next performers are La Minita de Oro, a trio of popular musicians. They cover many musical genres and fuse them with contemporary influences of blues, jazz, and rock. Many of the pieces are traditionally Mexican too, with boleros and sones. The charm of this group is that they bring multiple generations closer together. They conquer genres and ages. They are performing La Gloria Eres Tú.
Mi bien, lo que me tiene extasiada, porque negar que estoy de ti enamorada, de tu dulce alma, que es toda sentimiento. Esos ojos son negros de raro fulgor que me dominan e incitan al amor. Eres un encanto, eres mi ilusión. Que la gloria está en el cielo, que es los mortales, el consuelo al morir. Bendito Dios, porque al tenerte yo en vida, no necesito ir al cielo tisú, si alma mía. La gloria eres tú. Eres mi bien, lo que me tiene extasiada, porque negar que estoy de ti enamorada, de tu dulce alma, que es toda sentimiento. De esos ojos son negros, de raro fulgor, que me dominan e incitan al amor. Eres un encanto, eres mi ilusión. Dios dice que la gloria está en el cielo. Que es de los mortales el consuelo al morir. Desmiento a Dios, porque al tenerte yo en vida, no necesito ir al cielo tisú, si alma mía. La gloria eres tú. Si alma mía. La gloria eres tú.
Bravo, bravo. That was excellent. I just loved her sultry voice, and I hope that you enjoyed that as well. We can see now why we really treasure Toluca and all of the richness of its history and its culture, and just thankful that they're sharing that with us tonight. So as we conclude, I just want to wrap up by saying just a few things that I hope you enjoyed tonight's performance, and that it gives you just a little bit of insight into the treasure that is Toluca. Thank you to Beth Weibel and everyone involved in Fort Worth and Toluca who organized this celebration. We hope that you had a great time and that you actually learned something new tonight. I want to encourage those of you who are not current members of the member circle of giving for Sister Cities to consider joining and supporting the Fort Worth Sister Cities. Thank you to all the current members. Your support is helping us to create a more unified and peaceful world. We also have an active Toluca committee, and we encourage you to join as we work together to support and create more exchanges and outreach programs between Fort Worth and Toluca. We have several things coming up and would love for you to be actively involved. Join us on June the 3rd for the next International Roadshow, where we will visit Nagaoka, Japan, and learn about their Hanabi fireworks. It will be a fantastic program. So thank you so much for sharing your evening with us, and we will see you next time. Buenas noches and have a great night. Thank you, everyone.